Alright, this video is for NC Hiker 1970. This is the closer look at the Sierra Zip Stove. Comes in a little box. This one was the full kit that actually came with a pot, a frying pan, and the frying pan actually flips over and acts like a lid on top of the kettle. But the kettle actually has a handle on it that lifts up to the top, so it works pretty well. Of course, I'm not going to rarely use that stuff anyway, but it was nice to get a little something extra with it. So we'll open up the stuff sack here. Let's see what we got. And only thing left in there is the little frying pan. All stainless steel, no coating or anything like that, so I kind of doubt, other than for heating water, that it's would work that well anyway. But alright, first two pieces we have are the cooking grate. I have my tripod up here, so let's see what we can do. And they just go together in a little X style. They have small notches cut out on them, so they sit on top of the stove. Everything nests together pretty good. Probably about 4, maybe 5 inches tall. Yeah, probably about 5. It's a little bit wider than my hand. And stove base. First we have the heat shield or windscreen. Windscreen's got 3 tabs on it. Kind of flexible. Little pot metal type deal. And the base. This has actually got the fan, little metal impeller, metal hub with a hex set screw, and a little motor in there. This piece is actually pretty lightweight. One of the things that I didn't like was that the battery pack was permanently attached with wire nuts, and I think in the future I'm actually going to change that to a quick disconnect plug, a little 2-wire quick disconnect plug. The battery box itself has got a hole cut in it with a small 2-position or 3-position switch off in the middle, low, and then high. Fan moves pretty good. This one here actually uses a single AA battery inside the box instead of 2 like the wood gas stove. And then we have the burn pot itself. Double wall that has a top rim that is separate, and you can see indentations on there that hold it on. Same with the bottom. Your hole for the air to blow up in, it actually goes up. Air blows straight up, hits this, and then shoots out to the sides. Is then superheated in this chamber here between the 2 walls, and then, unlike a gasification stove, this stove only has 1 set of holes, which is at the bottom. So basically this thing superheats the coals just like a forge, and just makes everything a lot hotter. You've got 4 little clips on top of this thing that act as a pot stand if you've got a wide pot on it. It is a flat piece of steel that has simply been rolled around and then riveted in for the body. The inside burn chamber, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's done the same way. There's a seam over here. You can see it down in there that's riveted in. Looks like 2 rivets and then probably 1 up on top. And I'm not sure what those rivets in the middle of the wall are for. There's 3 of them in there. My guess would be is that they're spacers, so the sides of the can cannot be dented in to maintain a steady distance around it for the burn chamber. Alright, I'm going to set this thing down and see if I can show you here. Turn that up like that. Take the base, and the base has 2 little ears on it, one on either side, and you would squeeze it together, stick one inside the hole, squeeze it, and till the other one pops in. And so what you got is a little bit of a gap as it takes things out of shape. And you got your little feet, and basically that's it. Pretty easy to put together. I mean, it's kind of flimsy in the way that it goes together, but it's not so flimsy that it's going to come apart. The only thing that I really don't like about it is that there is a little wobble to it. So if you're putting a heavy pot on it or something like that, you might get a little wobble and you could possibly knock it off. The windscreen goes back on it pretty easy. Basically the 3 tabs just go under 3 of the feet, and then your pot would sit right down, and it's generally designed for the pot that came with it. You can see the frying pan is roughly the same size as the pot, and it fits down where there's not much of a gap around the outside there. But I found that it works pretty good with a Heine pot, keg can, something like that. And then I've also put a bigger pot on there and got water to a boil too, so no big deal there. But that's it. The electronics portion of these things are a little bit cheesy, but I mean, it is what it is, and this one works just fine for a hiking or backpacking stove, and actually uses one less battery than the wood gas stove. But I've always wanted one of these things, and hope this gives you all the information you need.